We're gonna talk about it. I'm perturbed, highly perturbed. Uh, I was waiting for this 2 minute report all day. Finally seen it, and seeing Jimmy J1 in the building was the vibes, man. Finally seen the 2 minute report, and you know what play that I was looking for? It was that last second dunk, game tying dunk from RJ Barrett. I wanted to see if the NBA was going to acknowledge their folly. But I got a different type of surprise. I got a different type of surprise when I pulled up the 2 minute report and saw that they they stood on their two on that one. They backed that that horrible call. Darlene, we're gonna get into it. Shout out to Darlene in the building, man. We're gonna get into it. I just got one more share to do. You know what I mean? Make sure my people on in Twitter world, you know what I mean, Nick's Twitter, see that I'm live talking about the shenanigans. You know what I mean? We live. My fault about 2 minute report. All right, bet. So yeah, so the NBA backed the no call on RJ Barrett's dunk. I think I feel like they trying to bamboozle us, man. Let me pull the image up on the screen. I could do this. It won't glitch here, right? This won't glitch, right? So we could do that. So the NBA means to tell me that this is not a foul. They're trying to tell me that let me take the banner off so you can see the full picture. They're trying to tell me that this is not a foul. How is that not a foul? That man is literally pulling on that man's arm. I didn't see this picture at first when I first was on live last night, and I was talking about if the 2 minute report confirms that was a foul, I'm gonna go crazy. I didn't see this image. I'm just using what I saw, via live action and a little bit of the replay because I didn't see the whole replay because I was up, hype, and excited. So I didn't see this image last night when I was live. When I get off live and go to my Twitter and this is plastered all over my timeline, I was appalled. So today I'm waiting for the 2 minute report to confirm what I already known, that this was absolutely a foul, should have been an and one. RJ Barrett should have been given the opportunity to end the game with a free throw. But to my surprise, I log on to NBA.com. Log on. I click the link to NBA.com. I go to look at the 2 minute. I waited all day for it. I waited all day. I checked at 12 o'clock. I checked at 2 o'clock. I checked at 4 o'clock. I've checked all day for this 2 minute report. Then finally, the 2 minute report arrives. And I'm looking. I go straight to the last second to see this ridiculousness. The NBA is co-signing that horrible no call. Co-signing it. Said that it was a correct no call. If you see where it says review decision CNC, that stands for correct no call for those who don't know. They said it's a correct no call. And the explanation that they gave is what even infuriates me even more. Barnes from Toronto makes contact with Barrett's New York Knicks upper off arm during his dunk shot. That does not affect the speed, quickness, balance, and or rhythm of his shot. What? What? So you acknowledge the fact that there was contact. right? And the way you described it as it was incidental contact, like he glanced his arm. No, the man grabbed him. He grabbed his whole arm. And if you watch the replay, I would show it, but my laptop is slow and it glitches out. There's a slow motion replay that shows that RJ Barrett was going up with both arms for a two-hand slam. Scotty Barnes grabbed his right arm. Then RJ Barrett in midair switched to a one-handed dunk. So one, they acknowledged the contact. They tried to downplay the contact as it made contact when really it's a grab. And said that the foul wasn't called because it did not affect the speed, quickness, balance, and or rhythm of the shot. That is cap, bro. That's not how you determine a foul, if a foul should be called. Because how many times throughout a game we watch a slow motion replay of a player swiping at the ball for a player going to the hoop, right? And and uh and it doesn't affect the balance, the speed of the play, the rhythm, but he makes contact with the arm from swiping and is an and one and is called or is reviewed, and a player just makes contact and it doesn't affect the balance, rhythm, speed, all that BS that they tried to say is the reason why it wasn't called, but it still remains a foul. How many times have we seen that? So now you're going to try to bamboozle the fans with this cockamamie explanation. You're trying to bamboozle the fans, hoodwink, run amok, let astray. That's what they're trying to do to us. Nah, that was a foul, bro. That was a foul. And you saying because it didn't affect the speed. So that means you could grab any player in the NBA as long as it doesn't affect the speed, rhythm, or balance. It's not a foul. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. How many ticky-tack fouls that we've seen in NBA games that have been reviewed when it's just a light slap on the elbow or something and it doesn't affect the speed, rhythm, balance, quickness of the play, but it's still a foul? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make, I am upset because that doesn't make sense. The man grabbed his whole arm, bro, with his whole hand and was pulling down with his hand. And you mean to tell me y'all going to stand on the fact that that wasn't a foul? And this is the best explanation you could give of why it's not a foul? Exact. Darlene, you know me, me and Darlene be here. We be here because she be saying exactly what I be trying to say. You feel me? Like, this is a fact. Every and one dunk in the history of and one dunks, you feel me, should not be a foul then, if that's the case. If this is the definition that we going by, every and one dunk in the history of and one dunks should not be a foul. It was a clear foul. The NBA doesn't want to take responsibility for costing the Knicks the game or being partially to blame for costing the Knicks the game. So they're going to be wrong and strong. That's what this is. We're going to double down on being wrong. And that's trash. That's trash. The NBA should be ashamed of themselves for trying to hoodwink fans, man. Like we can't see with our own two eyes what a foul is, bro. Especially one as blatant as that. RJ Barrett was robbed of the chance to seal the game with an and one free throw. And the NBA can't even say, yo, because that's what the 2-minute report is, my bad. That's what the 2-minute report is, my bad. And they couldn't even give us the my bad this time. And to me, I feel like the 2 minute. Listen, man, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. But some things are just too blaring to ignore. Coach Tommy T made a comment last night about the officiating not being a balance on both sides. Today, the 2 minute report took longer than I've ever seen it take. Usually, the 2 minute report be out early in the day. Today, it didn't come out until like early evening. And subsequently, there were no wrong calls in all of the fourth quarter, including the RJ Barrett foul and in overtime. They didn't miss no calls in crucial moments after Tibbs criticized the foul call. I mean, the calls. So the refs was perfect all fourth quarter. The last 2 minutes, excuse me, not all fourth quarter. The last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and all OT after taking all day to release the 2 minute report. After Coach Tommy T criticized the officiating. This is ridiculous, bro. Shout out to my guy Marlon in the building, man. Gregory, I see you, Playboy. Shout out to you. It was a clear foul. That's a fact. I feel like if it was any other teams, they would have definitely called the foul. Like this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. Like how you going to stand on, like I'm putting back up the picture, man, so y'all understand. I'm putting back up the picture, man, so y'all understand. How was that not a foul, bro? That explanation that y'all giving ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. That's not good enough because it didn't. He can do this because it didn't supposedly slow down the speed, the balance, the quickness of the shot. No, that's a foul. That's a foul. I'm repeating myself because, yo, bro, how many times in a game that a coach challenges a play, right? And it's a player, he's swiping down at the ball and he makes a little bit of contact with the elbow or something like that. It doesn't affect the play. The guy still goes up, makes the layup or shot. And they go, that's a foul because he made contact with the arm of the player. He made contact with the arm of the player so the call doesn't get overturned or none of that. But this is not a foul. This is trash, bro. This is absolute trash. The NBA needs to be ashamed of themselves, yo. Ashamed. This is absolute trash. How could they back this? How could they back this, bro? Yeah, I get it. I get it. The Knicks are not the NBA's favorite team that they bend over backward forward to help win games. I get it, but that does not excuse. That doesn't make it right, son. You feel me? I hear you, Mike. Shout out to you for being in the building, but that doesn't make it right. It's wrong, and it's blatantly wrong, and it's insulting that they will release that 2 minute report with those words typed on it the way that they are. Like we are dumb and we just gonna be like, oh well, the 2 minute report said that it was correct, and it's not, because the explanation that they gave is trash. It trash and it contradicts 80% of the fouls that get called in the NBA on a day-to-day basis. That explanation contradicts 80% of the foul calls that get called in the NBA, bro. That explanation in the comment section contradicts 80% of the foul calls that get called in the NBA on a daily basis. RJ Barrett was robbed of trying to close out that game with 0.6 seconds left on the clock. Highway robbery. Highway robbery. What Chris Rock said in Head of State, that ain't right. That ain't right. Is not. That can't be the explanation that all these smart people who get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit around the table and make decisions thought was that would suffice. They couldn't have thought that this explanation would suffice. Like we were just gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah. Yeah, so you grabbed his arm, but it didn't affect the shot. Like, what? Bro, like that they can't like they get I need mainstream media to get a hold of this and do what they do and call the NBA out because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's blatant and it's insulting. I feel insulted, bro. I feel insulted. Like my intelligence right now is insulted by this comment. I feel like like the NBA is treating me like I'm a dummy and I don't have two eyes, or I just started watching basketball yesterday. NBA, your referees the NBA, your referees robbed the Knicks of a win. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Correct no call. That is craziness. That is craziness. How is that a correct no call? I mean, granted, they always say that, you can't put yourself in positions where, the refs have that bigger impact on the game. It's an 82 game season. Sometimes it's hard to not do. You feel me? It's like realistically, you're gonna have these games where you're in situations where the game is really close and the game is in the hand of the referees to make a call, and all you can ask for in those moments that the refs get it right. And consider the fact that there's no penalty for refs for getting it wrong. You would at least expect the NBA to do the right thing and acknowledge the fact that they made a mistake. So now y'all just gonna lie on a 2-minute report now. So that's what the NBA gonna do now. Y'all just gonna blatantly lie on the 2-minute report. Because to say that that's not a foul, bro, that is a blatant lie. Because you call less contact than that fouls on a daily basis. Shout out to my guy Curtis in the building. You already know the vibes, bro. Name twin in the building. I see you too. You feel me? That's the least we could expect the refs to do. Is just say that you got it wrong. That's what the least we can expect the NBA to do. If you're in the building, press the like for your boy. I would greatly appreciate that. You feel me? And I get it. I get it. It can't be easy to referee an NBA game with everything happening so fast. I get it. But again, This is the reason what the 2 minute report was to do, to created to do, for y'all to at least tell the truth that, hey, we missed it. And y'all couldn't even do that. There's so much egg on y'all face. Y'all are so embarrassed by missing this call. Y'all doubled down on a wrong call. Doubled down on it. Y'all looked around the room like, yo, we can't, yo, we can't, yo, we screwed that one up, bro. We can't say we were wrong on that one. That's crazy. We can't do, bro. How y'all double down on a atrociously wrong call? That's wild to me. That's wild to me. Are y'all tight that Coach Tommy T kind of called y'all out by not calling the game equally on both ends of the floor? It's a fact. The game wasn't called equally on both ends of the floor all night. It never is. Especially when we go against the likes of Siakam, Giannis, and Joel Embiid. They never call the contact the same on both ends. Never. They were literally beating Jalen Brunson up all night last night. And I'm not one to complain about the refs and say that that's the reason why we lose. But Jalen Brunson was getting bounced around like a pinball in a pinball machine. And he wasn't getting no calls. Jalen Brunson shot 4 free throws last night. And he was getting fouled like crazy. So Coach Tommy T called y'all out on the refs out on not calling the game fairly down the middle. Today, the 2 minute report take longer than I remember it ever taking for it to drop. Because usually, as far as my knowledge go, it's usually out early in the day. And then miraculously, there's no wrong calls in the Knicks game in the last 2 minutes in the entire overtime. Every call was right. Every no call was right. And that's cap. And that's cap. And then they double down on that call that should it help the Knicks seal the game. You disagree with what, Mike? Michael Brown in the building. What you disagree with, Playboy? Because I know you can't be agreeing that that wasn't a foul. I know you can't be saying that what you seeing on your screen right now is not a foul. Oh no, yeah. Then you ain't disagreeing with me because we on the same page, bro. We on the same page. This is what this rant is about. That was a foul. Every day of the week, that's a foul. This is egregious, bro. This is like, I feel insulted by the NBA right now. Like I feel like my intelligence is truly being insulted. That they think that, that explanation would suffice as a correct no call. I'm still baffled. That's why I keep on going back to it, man. I'm still baffled. I'm baffled by it still. Like the explanation that they gave. I'm baffled by it. Bonds, Toronto makes contact with Barrett. New York Knicks upper off arm during the dunk shot. That does not affect the speed, quickness, balance, and or rhythm of his shot. That can't be no, that's not how it's supposed to work. Because if that's the case, I don't want to see a foul call on anybody swiping at the ball that doesn't jar the ball loose if they hit the arm or whatever the case may be. If like like that, like how many, bruh, I keep on saying the same thing because I can't believe it. How many times have we seen the refs call fouls on guys just swiping and hitting the arm? It doesn't stop nothing. The guy doesn't slow down. He doesn't fall off balance. He doesn't even lose control of the ball, goes up for the layup and one or misses the shot, whatever the case may be, and it's still called a foul. And even saying you try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt and said they call it in the heat of the moment in during the live action, even if it gets challenged, that same type of play, the referees go and look at it and see the incidental minimal contact on the offensive player, and it still stands as a foul. So how come now in this situation where a guy is literally grabbing on someone's whole entire arm is not a foul? This is ridiculous. Oh, yo, name 20. Even if that makes sense, right? Even if that is what they're saying, right? Every and one dunk that's ever been made in the history of the NBA should not have been called a foul by that logic. By that logic, everyone. And I'm not saying that you agree with them. I get you trying to make sense of it. But by that logic, every single and one foul in the NBA and one dunk in the NBA should have never been called a foul by that logic. It literally this explanation literally contradicts 80% of the foul calls in the NBA. 80% of them literally contradicts it. And I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It don't make sense to me, and it won't make sense to me. The NBA should be ashamed of themselves. I feel like all the major sports outlets need to talk about this because this is highway robbery, and I feel like they're trying to insult the Knicks fans' intelligence right now with this. I really feel like my intelligence is being insulted. But I'm about to get off this, right? I just pulled up for a little bit to talk about this because, and I wasn't, I haven't really been, doing lives when it's not a game uh that day, but like reading the 2 minute report, it infuriated me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, because I just knew they were going to confirm what I already knew and saw, that was a foul, and they missed it because that's the least they could do after missing such a crucial play. So that so then what's the point? If y'all gonna sit there and blatantly lie on 2 minute reports, bro, then what's the point? You might as well not even do it. You might as well not even do the 2 minute report if y'all gonna blatantly lie on it. You could go back to not doing a 2 minute report if that's what y'all gonna do. If y'all not even gonna take accountability for missing calls, y'all could go back to not doing the 2 minute report because we don't need it. Because there's no way in the world. I'm putting the picture back up. There's no way in the world that you guys could look at me and tell me that that's not a foul. There's no way. It's no way. There's no way, bro. That I'm gonna say it one more time, then I'm out for real. The explanation that the NBA gave contradicts 80% of the fouls that's called on a game-to-game basis. 80% of them. And yo, I appreciate all y'all for pulling up, especially since I pulled up on the random. Yeah, I mean, you guys are always appreciated. You feel me? If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you haven't already, if you're not doing it, because shout out to Darlene. Ever since she found out that I had the YouTube, she's over in the YouTube. And I really appreciate you for that, Darlene. Real talk. Because I need to get my subscribers up so we can, make a little chicken off of this. You feel me? Yeah, I mean, so yeah, if you ain't already, man, follow all our platforms. You feel me? I'm like I said, if you on Facebook, uh day-to-day comments and day-to-day action, I'm more active. Me and Kev are more active on the Twitter. So if you want to interact with us on a daily basis, and as things is transpiring and happening with rumors and comments about the team, Twitter is the place to be. IG, we post a lot of clips. If you missed the show or whatever the case may be, a lot of the clips will be on our IG. And YouTube, man, go to YouTube because we post clips there too, a lot of reels and stuff. But yeah, I just need my subscribers to go up. You know what I mean? So just go over there. Even if you're gonna come back and watch on Facebook, that's cool. Just go to the YouTube and subscribe for your boy. You heard? I'll see y'all tomorrow. After the game. It's a fact. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know, mayhem. Uh, let I see y'all tomorrow after the game. After we play the Wizards, we and get back in the win column. You already know the vibes, man. Yeah, Darlene. See, that's what I'm saying, Darlene. I appreciate you, man, because once you found out that YouTube was lit, you was over there, and that's where I really need y'all at. You heard? I really need y'all at the YouTube. You feel me? Yo, but I'll see y'all tomorrow after the game against the Washington Wizards. We play at 7:30. Let's get back into the win column. Oh man, I was gonna leave, but I wanted to talk about something else because it just popped into my mind. Right, pause. Yo, the scheduling. Shout out to you, Michael. I appreciate you, Brody. The scheduling of those last two games to me was outrageous. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen a team play two back-to-back matinees before. And with a travel. You feel me? Like, so not only it wasn't even 24 hours before their last game. You feel me? They had to travel as well. To me, that's kind of wild. Like, I've never seen it before. I've never seen a team play 1:00 one day, 3:00 the next day, with a travel in between. Never seen it, bro. That's wild to me. The scheduling of that is trash. You add that to the fact that the Knicks haven't had more than one day in between games since early December, late November. What's going on with the scheduling for our squad? Like I've seen every other team in between this time have 2 days off, 3 days off, multiple times, and we playing every other day. Granted, as a fan, I am super happy to watch my Knicks every other day, but I'm just thinking as like how does this affect the players? Like, why are y'all scheduling the squad like that? And no, like, because this all does have an effect on the game and ability to play and injuries and rest and like all that stuff is coincides, man. Why they and I looked at the schedule. I don't think we get another a situation where we have 2 days off until like mid-February or something like that. Like, what's up, NBA? Why y'all scheduled the squad like that? And then y'all trying to cheat us out of games, man. It's wild, man. I understand if the Knicks was like a super good team, they would need to be helped cheat, but they don't. We don't need to be cheated, man. We need all the wins we could get. But I just thought that was wild, the scheduling of those last two games, man. I just thought that was wild. Like, that's just something I noticed a while ago, actually. And I'm like, that's crazy. We didn't get more than one day in between games in a minute. In a minute. And then IQ posted on his IG or his Snap. I can't remember which one. It was either on his IG or his Snap that after the game with Toronto, tired is not the word because the scheduling is trash. The scheduling is trash, man. And I thought that was just very weird. I just thought that was very weird that they scheduled that back to back like that. I've never seen that before. I could be wrong. Another team probably has done it, but I never noticed it. I have never noticed that before. That's wild to me. But again, I'm really leaving this time, guys. I'm really leaving this time. I appreciate that y'all for staying with me, even though I said I was going. See y'all tomorrow after the game. I holla.